Hey everyone, this is Scott from Forgot to Grow Up. Welcome to our Watchmen Season 1, Episode 4 Thoughts video. Just finished watching the latest episode of Watchmen on HBO, and I'm just going to share my general thoughts on the episode. This episode, we see the main characters investigating why this car fell out of the sky in the last episode, amongst other things, but that's pretty much a big focus of this episode. But yeah, it was kind of fun because we get a little of this more interaction between Laurie and Angela's character, and I really like their dynamic, kind of butting heads a little bit, but not too it's kind of passive aggressive, but not quite. I just enjoy it. I just really like the way the dynamic between those two characters, particularly how Laurie's just so sarcastic, but then it's like, oh, so is Angela. So I just really enjoy the dynamic, and I like that we're spending this whole time kind of with those two investigating why did this car follow this guy. We learned at the beginning of the episode the car is actually Angela's. It was the car that got stolen, and they look into reasons why or how it would have fallen. And one of the options that they look into is what looks like giant drones, which are owned by a character we were introduced into this one called Lady True, which is a super interesting character. She's a trillionaire, but she's just cool in a character in general. But I just really enjoyed the way her attitude is, the way we're introduced to her. She just comes in, offers a baby to these farmers for their land. And it's like, oh, snap, okay, we're going this way. This episode, a couple baby themed things, but besides that, I just kind of enjoyed that introduction. You kind of get that this lady's all business. But I just thought that was kind of fun and way to be introduced to this, and then we kind of see this farm. We kind of get a hint as to why she bought this farmland, which is we see a meteor or something from outer space crash into the land, and it's like, oh, is Dr. M back? Something else? Is there another thing that has come from space? I just really like that they kind of are just teasing these little things as opposed to just being like, yeah, we're going to go look into what this is right away. They're just like, yep, something crashed, but we're not going to tell you yet. So I just really enjoy that, like teasing this little bit of a mystery. And yeah, just like with this character of Lady True somehow connected to it. But yeah, we see Lady True. That's another main naturally focus of this episode, investigating the car thing and being introduced to Lady True's character because Angela and Laurie go visit her at one point to look into the drone thing that might have picked it up. Yeah, her character is just really interesting. She's got a statue of Ozymandias. She apparently bought his company from when he disappeared. Apparently. He's not. They don't know if he's dead or not, and that we also learn a little bit in this episode too, which was interesting. We see that Ozzy seems to be trapped somewhere. He calls where he is a prison. Like he thought he used to be paradise, and now it's a prison. And we see that he's launching a bunch of dead servant bodies from a catapult just into the sky, and they just seem to be disappearing, which gives me the impression that he's in some kind of dimensional bubble thing, and that's where he's been hanging out all this time. But it's hard to say. Didn't Dr. M put him there? I'm curious. Again, this is one of those things that they're just teasing it, drawing it out through these episodes, as opposed to being like, yep, first episode we see what's all going on, like that they're teasing it, particularly since we've got not so many, but a few different characters who we're following throughout this season so far. So I like that they're doing a good job balancing that. The other baby related thing was with Ozzy, and that's apparently how he gets his servants is he goes fishing for babies in a pond, and then he sticks them in an oven looking thing and bakes. It was weird. I didn't expect them to go this far as to having Ozzy catch babies in a what looked like a lobster or crab cage, and then toss them back into pond. I was quite just dumbfounded. I was like, okay, we're throwing babies out of, okay, alrighty then. So that was just a very who kind of also makes you kind of realize that a little bit more, gives a little bit more of an idea that where Ozzy is it maybe real or reality in a sense? Maybe it's some kind of virtual reality. That's why I kind of have a suspicion maybe it's some kind of dimensional bubble thing or something in his mind. Maybe he's that statue I mentioned that Lady True has. That would be interesting if she turned him into this. Anyways, I just really like these little different things that we got from this episode. What else do I have written down? Some of the other things. Oh, just the one other thing I had written down was that we see that Lady True actually knows Angela's grandfather, who we're learning more about, the guy who was in the wheelchair who said he was the one who killed the chief, and then he disappeared. Apparently he doesn't need that wheelchair, though. We see him walking in this episode, and we also see him say tick-tock, and he seems to be working with Lady True to do something. And I was like, was him going tick-tock, was that supposed to be a connection to the 7th Cavalry in a sense? Is that what they were trying to imply with that? But I'm not sure. Is it the 7th Cavalry who's always doing the tick-tock? Is that exclusively a them thing? That part was a little unclear. But again, another one of these little mysteries they set up. That's what I'm really enjoying about this show so far. Lots of mysteries, lots of things that are just sparking my curiosity, and I'm like, I want to learn more. I want more episodes, and so that's always a great thing with the show. But yes, that's pretty much all my thoughts on this latest episode of Watchmen on HBO. Be sure to let me know in the comments below what you thought about this latest episode. Thanks again for joining me today. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and have a good one.